And we are following breaking news. You can see it right here. This is a fire burning in Castaic. You can see lots of flames out there, lots of smoke. And we are learning that the 5 freeway is closed in Castaic. Again, you can see so much smoke billowing from that fire. We are learning that this fire broke out just a short time ago and is spreading quickly. Of course, we know this is a very hot afternoon already out there, more than 100 degrees. The good thing right now is that the winds appear to be relatively calm. That smoke shooting straight up, which shows us that there is not as much wind out there right now. You can also see this is a very dry area, not a lot of debris or brush out there actually to burn, just a lot of dry hillside. But you can see here at the bottom of the screen, you can see for just a short time that there are homes in that area. Again, this is in Castaic. This fire's been burning for just a short time now. Very hot out there. Look at that, a long line of flames here. Again, this is a dry area. Not a lot to burn in this area, but we do see that there are some homes not too far from this fire. Joining us now on the phone, LA County Fire PIO Henry Navarez. Henry, thanks so much for joining us. Can you tell us when this fire started?
The correction, my name is Ruben Munoz.
I'm so sorry, Ruben. I'm
okay.
Reading what's put in front of me, so I do apologize, and we are so grateful that you are joining us, Ruben. Do you know when this fire started and how many acres it's burned so far?
Yeah, so we got dispatched at approximately 12 p.m., and it started off as a half acre and quickly has grown to 60 acres.
Wow, that was quick. We know it's hot out there, but it doesn't appear that the winds are too strong, although we know that fires can kind of create their own little weather out there.
Yes, luckily the wind is not a major event right now, but we do have triple-digit heat out there, so the guys are going to be working against that and the terrain, as you can see. So we've got a lot of helicopters out there to help us on this fire. We have bumped it up to a second alarm brush fire, along with A&F. They've brought a first alarm brush fire.
And we saw at one point, Ruben, from the shot that the helicopter was giving us, that there are homes down there that seemed like it was not too far from homes. Is that true there, how close those homes are to the fire? We're getting a better shot here now from Sky 9, but it looked like there were some homes not too far from the fire?
Yes, so the homes are in the path of the fire, and they're predicted about 30 minutes away. So we are doing a heavy attack on that point to prevent any of the fire getting that way and doing our structure protection.
Do you know at this point if there are any are folks being told to leave?
At this point, there have been no evacuations. Okay.
But we do know that the 5 is closed. Is that in both directions, which would certainly hinder some evacuations, I'm guessing?
To my knowledge, they've closed the first 2 lanes. That way they can provide protection for our fire crews out there.
And we, are watching this, a lot of flames out there, certainly, but this area looks so dry, but not a lot of brush in this area. Is that true, or is this just kind of the image that we're seeing that appears to show not a lot of brush on this dry hillside?
Well, it appears that way, but this has the potential to get much bigger, so there's still a lot of brush out there.
And, we have been saying for a long time that this heat was coming, and we also say that there is no fire season anymore. That fire season is year-round, and people always need to be prepared to pack up and go when they are told. Is that really what people should be thinking about right now that live in those homes?
Yes, everybody should be prepared. If you live within the urban interface area, you should be ready and prepared in case a brush fire comes. And the difference between these brush fires and the brush fires we usually have is the wind events. As you could see, if this was driven by wind, it would definitely grow much faster than it is right now.
And Ruben, we just saw what appeared to be a water drop. We have not been able to see anyone on the ground. Is this one that you're really tackling from the air because of the terrain?
Correct. This thing is way up there. It's going to be hard to get our firefighters up there. They will get a line around this whole fire, but right now our helicopters are attacking the head of the fire.
And I mean, this is growing, it appears, rather quickly. You said from half an acre to 60 acres in less than 30 minutes.
Yes, and they gave the report that they have a potential to get up to 100 acres. So it is growing rapidly because of the terrain. Right now, this is going to be terrain driven.
And certainly a rough area for firefighters, not to mention that the temperatures there are in the triple digits for any firefighters. If you've got some folks boots on the ground there, it's going to be a tough afternoon to get this knocked out. And we know that really these days you are putting so many resources on these fires to try to knock them out so quickly. Are you getting all the resources that you need right now?
Yeah, so I mentioned earlier, the command already requested a second alarm brush fire, so he is getting his additional resources that he needs, and they are trying to get a line around this whole fire.
And Ruben, for people that don't really understand the difference between a first alarm fire and a second alarm fire, how many more resources does that actually provide for you?
Well, as far as personnel, a first alarm brush fire, you're going to get over 100 firefighters on the ground. A second alarm brush fire, you're going to get approximately over 200 firefighters on the ground. So we're going to go from a first alarm would be 7 engines. Second alarm, you're going to get 12 engines. So it does jump up like almost double, and some areas triple.
All right. Ruben Munoz, thank you so much for joining us on the phone this afternoon to talk about this fire in Castaic. Again, the 5 freeway shut down. We will continue to monitor this fire and bring you more updates throughout the newscast.